Hi everyone, Effie here. For this video, I am featuring our motorcycle boss stamp set. So I took the motorcycle image and I stamped it onto a white card panel using our Caviar hybrid ink, which is Copic friendly. One tip when using our Caviar ink is that after you stamp it, you might want to just heat set the ink so that it's completely dry. This way, when you start coloring with your alcohol markers, there will be no smudging. This is a great ink to use when you're coloring with your Copics or any of your alcohol ink markers. After I stamped the image on my panel, I created a mask. So I stamped the motorcycle onto some printer paper and then I just kind of roughly fussy cut the image out, and then I temporarily adhered that mask onto my stamped panel. Then I used my previously made stencil and I blended some Valentine red dye ink to create these rays that are going to come out behind my stamped motorcycle. Then I proceeded to do some Copic coloring. I used my R29 and R56 and I blended the two colors together to get a nice red motorcycle. Then I used a combination of gray Copics to color in the rest of the motorcycle. So I used the grays to color in the metal portions. And I just kind of go in with 2 or 3 different shades of gray markers and I kind of go back and forth and I blend them in. You don't have to go too crazy with coloring in these portions of the image because they aren't very large, and that's what makes this stamp so great, because the image itself is a nice sized image, but all the details within the motorcycle aren't that large, and you have already the body of the motorcycle that's stamped in black. So there's not a lot of coloring left to do after you stamp it. And I will be completely honest here. When I stamped this motorcycle for this video, it's the first time I ever stamped it. So this is the debut to the world. So the first time you see me coloring is the first time I'm ever coloring this image, and I'm pretty happy with the results. I've gotten a lot better at just kind of winging my cards lately. I film them as I make. In the past, I used to make the card beforehand and then remake the card when I record the videos. But I found that the first go, I'm usually pretty happy with the first go. So this has been a huge time saver for me when making videos. So that's how I'm able to produce and edit and post so many videos for you guys. All right, so after I finished coloring in the motorcycle, I just added some highlight details using a white gel pen along the red portions of the body of my motorcycle. Then I added a little bit of shading at the bottom of my panel to kind of ground that motorcycle and give it a little bit more of a realistic look. And I used a combination of grays that I use for the body of the bike. After I finish my coloring, I'm going to take the largest die from our double stitch rectangles large die set, and I just added stitching to the edges of my panel using this die. Then I took 2 sentiments from the same motorcycle boss set and I stamped it in our Caviar ink right onto the panel. The great thing about this stamp set is that it comes with some really great motorcycle themed sentiments. Then lastly, I just mounted this panel onto a card base and my card is complete. Thanks for watching, guys. Head on over to the blog to check out the rest of our March 2018 flash release.